Hello and welcome to an update of the Hungry Bin. Let's see what these guys have been up to and get them all fed. Oh, very nice. The level certainly went down. I didn't feed them last week. I wanted to see if they would work through the bedding that I added, and it looks like they certainly did. All of this is castings. Very nice, in preparation for our harvest at the end of the month. So these guys are probably starving, thinking to themselves, what happened to the food? All this stuff looks really great, well worked over. I'm just looking at the top few layers in the bin, but you can see some really beautiful dark material here. These guys are definitely going to be thrilled with the feeding. So let me lay down the bedding and get them all fed. So as you can see, I laid down a nice layer of, this is shredded cardboard, and they're going to get a very healthy feeding. They always do. It's been a little while since I've given it to them. They're used to getting this kind of feeding basically every week. And I decided just to give it a little bit of a break last week. So this is like, I would say this is a good 4, maybe 5 pounds of food waste. I'm going to give it a nice helping of oyster shell and eggshell combination. This is just what I have, so that's what I use. And of course, just mix in some of the existing material in the bin so everything is covered. And if you recall, I do leave this bin open. So I want to top it off with the material as much as possible so it doesn't stink too much. Although being in the basement, it's not so bad. Obviously, if you have it in your home, it might create an issue, but for me, this works out great, and this plastic does prevent the smells from escaping into the rest of the basement. So that's our update, and these guys are going to be left alone. I'm going to cover them up again with the screen to prevent fruit flies from entering. And then of course I put a newspaper on top just to make sure that the worms can come up all the way to the top. So, and they won't do that if there is light. So that's how I give them plenty of darkness. And if you have a shade cloth, that will give them both proper aeration and protect them from the light. So that would work great, and you wouldn't need to put a newspaper. But use whatever you have. Okay, so this is it, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining me.